The Varsity Radio Show. Here's your host, Seth Henniger.
Welcome to the Varsity Radio Show. It has been a long hiatus. I think I said that right, Steven. Did I say that right?
You did.
I did. Look at that. I'm working on my words.
Wow. Let's see if you can do the names later.
It's a big day. Don't do that to me. Don't do it. Thank God I know Lawson already.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm super excited because I have missed the Varsity, Steven, and we're back, and we are live. I'm looking at Facebook right now. We are live and active, and I'm so excited to introduce you to a new co-host for today.
Mm-hmm.
She's from Arab. She's a junior. And, you know, we had so much fun with her in November. She's a volleyball player there, but she's hilarious. And that is the qualifications for being a co-host to the Varsity. You must be funny. And so I'm so excited to introduce you to Tessa Monroe.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm ready. I'm ready for your jokes and the stand-up comedy and everything. It's going to be great.
I'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just want you to hit as hard as you do that volleyball. So it'll be all good.
It'll be all good.
That's right. Hey, in the studio also, I say also, he is the producer. He pushes the buttons. He, that's the least of what he does. He takes care of the Oompa Loompas. I think that's my favorite job that I watch him do. He helps stir to the chocolate river and make sure they do what they're supposed to. He is the Willy Wonka of radio, Steven Spiegel.
Feeding time is always weird, though, because I have some vegetarians, I have some vegans in there,
What?
and some carnivores. So
Oh my gosh.
I gotta
Can't
mix
mix
things
up
up.
the food.
But I thought they ate straight chocolate. I thought that was...
It's kind of like elves. You know, elves have like the four main
Yes.
food groups. Well,
Sugar,
Oompa Loompas,
candy.
chocolate is added, and a few
syrup.
proteins as well.
Well, I mean, according to the movie, they ate caterpillars.
Ooh,
What?
this is true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Caterpillars.
They
Oh.
mushed them up.
Ooh la la.
Oh.
Delicacy.
Yeah, you know that last
In
movie
Wonka
was
Land.
absolutely incredible.
The one
The
with
Wonka.
Timothy Chalamet.
The new
Yes.
Wonka. I loved it. Steven said it was good, and then I watched it. I think it's the only movie I've watched in theaters by myself. It
Hugh
was
Grant.
amazing.
Hugh Grant as the Oompa Loompa was just magical for me.
Hilarious.
And he reportedly hated the role.
Really?
Yes, but he did so good.
Oh my gosh, he was
Uh-huh.
amazing.
I
And
know.
I honestly, and Steven, you probably know this better than me, I hope they continue the series
Yes.
with those people that way.
You have your Gene
Yeah.
Wilder purists who say, no, this should have never been done,
That's
especially
a lie. Go away, people.
especially when
Johnny
remember
Depp.
Johnny Depp took
Now
the
that
role.
was an awful version.
That was weird.
That
I
was
like
a,
that version.
The
It's
Oompa
like a
Loompa was
horror
strange.
movie.
I mean, it's just strange. It like makes your brain like twist and turn.
Yeah.
It's like,
It does.
is he weird? Is he smart? Like,
You know, I showed that to my kids in the van on the way back from Ohio.
the one with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, and then I was like regretting that I did that.
Yes.
I felt like I was gonna have to pay for counseling.
Oh.
Like now my kids are gonna have nightmares.
Then again,
Probably.
with the Gene Wilder version, do you remember when they were getting on the boat? There is no knowing
He
where
is
we
wild.
are going.
Yes.
It got really scary, really
Yes.
dark.
You know, but I like the thought of being able to drink out of a chocolate river
Yeah.
and eat candy.
The grass.
Yes.
The grass. That's
Yeah.
what really got me. I was like,
No.
that looks good.
Yes or no?
Like, yes.
Yes.
And the
Yeah.
buttercups are buttercups that you can eat.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid. I just think that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
To run through a field of flowers that were actually candy.
Yeah.
This segment brought to you by diabetes.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
That was so good. You're amazing, Steven. Hey, we got a fun show. We're going to have, you know these guys better than me. I'll say Lawson King and Claud.
Yes.
Claud Burke. They're going to be here in the studio. We're going to have lots of fun. Lawson, he's one of our favorites. He's going to be up in this place. We got Tessa in the house. We got Oompa Loompas. We got Meme of the Week coming up. But we want to tell you about the fuel of the Varsity. It's Marco's Pizza. Pizza, salad, dessert, sub, sides, beverages in the shops at Albertville and B&B Video Games. It's the Albertville Mullet. It is an 80s style arcade in the back, local video game retail store in the front. And it is just a fun place to be, especially if you like video games. Hey, we want you to join us on all of our social medias. We're going to be in many, many places. Steven, tell them where they can find us.
Sure, like right now while we're live, you can find us over on YouTube and on Facebook. And of course, tomorrow, you'll be able to get us tomorrow night over on Horizon Communications.
What?
Yeah.
On TV.
Yep.
And on TV.
And then after the fact, we're going to be up on all kinds of socials. We're going to be on podcasts. Here, I'll just go ahead and give it a graphic real quick so you can see all of our different handles and where you can find us.
At Varsity Radio Show.
Yep.
At Varsity Radio Show. At Varsity Radio 885 on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
At Varsity Radio Show on TikTok, if we still have it in a few.
I've got something about that later on in the show.
If it still exists in a week, who knows? And then there's YouTube at Varsity Radio Show 885 and podcast everywhere. Hey, come join us. We're going to have Meme of the Week. It's going to be fun. You're going to get to watch my good friend Tessa laugh a lot. Here we go.
It's going to be good.
Now, Tess, I don't remember. Can you sing? Are you a singer?
A little bit. I used to.
Be careful saying that around him. He'll put you to work. Put you on the spot.
Listen, when I say that because I'm a fantastic karaoker.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm awful.
A karaoker.
Yes, it's a new word I just coined.
I love it. Seriously.
Also, and Stephen, I don't know if I showed you this.
Yeah.
Just for the record, the Wienermobile is hiring drivers, and I've taken it into consideration.
You have?
Not really. I really enjoy my job. But in driving that thing for 25,000 miles. But I mean, can you imagine pulling that up at the house though? Like, suck.
Right?
Can you imagine trying to merge that onto a highway?
Listen, Tessa, hear me out.
Imagine trying to parallel park with that thing.
Right. Now that would be a nightmare. But hear me out. Imagine. Okay, people are able to take limos and stuff like that to the prom.
Take the Wienermobile.
But imagine somebody rolling up in the Wienermobile.
God.
That's next level.
That would get a hoot.
Tessa, nobody would ever forget that moment.
No.
And they'd be like, you remember that time Tessa rolled up in the Wienermobile?
I mean, I don't put it past me. If I had access to the Wienermobile, I'd drive it to prom every day.
And Lawson said he'd dress in the outfit if we went, Steven.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember. Now, who's going to have the wiener whistle? Because that's a thing, too.
That's phenomenal.
It sure is.
I just think it's a great job.
Yeah.
It's if you're a college student, I suggest you apply. It's a good job.
Do you need a CDL, though? Do you need a CDL to drive it?
I would think so, except there's two of you.
Oh. Okay.
And there's, I want to say 30-something drivers, and they have a name, and I forgot. I forgot the name.
What is a Wienermobile driver called?
Yeah, that's good. That's a Siri question. Yeah. That's solid. Tessa, you didn't know what you were ready for. I just wanted you to know.
A hot dogger.
A hot dogger.
Hot dog,
Don't you want to be a hot... I mean, come on.
Yeah. I'd love to be a hot dogger, honestly.
I'm just saying. First
Tessa,
job.
How do you like your hot dogs, Tessa? Are we talking mustard? Are we talking relish, onions, cheese, chili? What we talking about?
The works.
I genuinely just love hot dogs.
Okay.
Like, good.
People will literally hate on me because I'm like, I could eat a hot dog right now.
No, what's wrong with that?
Like, I love hot dogs. If my dad's
I appreciate you more in this moment,
Jennifer Coolidge,
than I did before you walked in.
Want a hot dog real bad.
Wow.
No, people will be like, what's your favorite food? And I'm like, a hot dog.
Come on!
If my dad's like...
This is a perfect job for you.
Meat in tube form.
If my dad's like, I'm grilling hot dogs, I will literally look forward to it all day.
Yeah.
I will sit down at a tailgate and eat 10 hot dogs.
Okay.
Have you a good old tube steak?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this. And I may get some hate for this, Steven.
Okay. I'm ready with the hate here.
'Tis the season for chili and soups and stuff.
No. Why would anybody be mad about that?
Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. I hate chili.
No.
I know. Yes, I hate it.
You like officiated the big chili bowl at your church, too.
I am not the judge.
Wow.
I put the event on, and I will do it in a month.
My life is a lie.
Well,
I know. But hear me out.
I can see
hear
where
me
you're
out.
coming from.
So when my wife's like, we got chili, I'm like, But then she's like, I'm making a hot dog. Chili dog. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. That's a positive for me. Hey, there's Marco's. Don't you love Marco's?
We got
it's
Marco's.
A great day. There's my squirrel. There's my ADHD kicking in. But anyway, hot dogs make things better.
They do, but I can see where you're coming from. Like you hate chili because I don't like all chili.
Oh, hold on. Oh, what is it about chili we don't like?
The beans.
Really?
For me, it's the beans.
Well, take Beano. There'd be no gas.
It's not that.
Oh, it's the texture? The taste?
I don't know.
What is it?
I'm not. It's not my favorite
There's
food.
like
I'm not longing for it during
There's
the
like
day.
certain types of chili.
I like white chicken chili though. Did have that the other day. I do approve.
The only chili that I genuinely probably actually like is from Chili's or like my dad's.
Chili's makes chili.
Yeah.
Who
Thank
would have
God.
thunk it?
I know. Who would have thought it?
If
about
they
Wendy's?
didn't, I would be judgmental.
There's Wendy's chili.
Just chili
Right.
coming from a fast food restaurant really just. I'm like, why do you need chili?
Steven, I have heard.
Yeah.
I have heard
Yes.
that one of our chili bowls, somebody bought a bunch of Wendy's chili and put it in a bowl and brought it, and it won.
It won. It's pretty good chili. It really is.
And then they're like, "Hey, it's from Wendy's." I didn't make it. But anyway, sorry I went there. Hey,
all
let's
good.
do meme of the week.
You sure you want to do meme of the week?
Yeah,
All right, then let's do
go.
Memes of the week.
All
it.
right,
All right.
this is for you, Tessa.
Oh gosh.
I sent this to my neighbor because I thought it was hilarious, and this for real happened. New Yorker builds igloo in Brooklyn and listed on Airbnb for $200 a night.
Hashtag winning.
So I gotta show. I should have sent you this, Steven. I tell you what, I'm sending it right now.
Okay. I like the shrub out front. Gives a certain
Yes,
ambiance.
you know, my neighbor, he is a genius.
And I bet someone probably paid that $200 to stay in it.
Oh, you know it.
You know, somebody, and so I jokingly said, so I was thinking next time, and I sent it to him, and he put me in the AI app. He AI'd, and I'm going to send this to you.
Okay.
Because, you know, this has got to go on the show.
Yeah, I'm watching for it.
And I wish I looked as good as this AI guy, you know.
Ooh.
Like, he's goals. Okay, there it is. And so I'm going to show Tessa up close, even
My
though she's going to
goodness.
see. Well, I mean, I have
Okay.
lost a lot of weight. There I am, right there. And there's me with my igloo. I'm charging $250 a night though, because I got a lake view
Yeah, with a flag.
with a flag.
You should upscale it to 300.
I mean, right?
You got a driveway. You got
Come
a
on,
dock.
there's a driveway.
You got a dock.
If I can build one that big, I deserve $300.
Then
a
charge
night.
for parking.
You know
I can charge for parking.
that reminds me of up in like on your way to Scottsboro on Highway 75.
I like
79.
that dude's hair, by the way. That's really quite fantastic.
There's those tree huts.
Yes.
Yes.
And there's like that big like
Yes!
ball. That's what
Yes.
that reminds me of.
Yes.
Is it like a yurt? Is that what that thing is?
But it's like clear, like you
It's
can see in it.
It's a whole like tiny house overnight stay place,
Yeah.
which
think
I
I
think
would
is
get-
amazing.
Honestly, I would get freaked out because what if one of those trees like fall and
Yeah.
like you're stuck?
Yeah.
I like the way your mind works.
Mine?
Yeah. Because you're thinking what ifs.
That's
I have
right.
a friend. I have a friend in Arab, actually. She cuts my hair. Her name is Sandy.
Yeah.
Sandy Price. And I was talking with her one day, and she said she would love to go to the Grand Canyon. She would love to go take a tour, but, you know, they usually use donkeys to take those tours with.
Mm-hmm.
You ride on a donkey down into the canyon. And she said, what would happen if my donkey had a stroke?
You would walk yourself out.
I was like, that would
I've
not
been
be a
down
good
those
thing.
trails.
No.
I've been to the Grand Canyon
Would you
twice.
fall over the edge, though, if the
No.
donkey had a stroke and fell?
Your,
See, I
your
think of,
donkey
like-
would, but you could get off in time.
Like
Okay.
the what ifs
They're
of
wide
like
enough.
that sky bridge up in Gatlinburg.
Yeah?
Yes.
Like walking across that. What
Have
if
you
it?
done it?
Yeah.
I won't.
What if?
What?
Oh,
Like,
my whole family went. My whole family went, and
Yeah.
my mom's terrified of heights.
Mhm.
Terrified. We drug her across that, and she's like, "It's gonna break. It's gonna break." And then there's something. I think it's at the Grand Canyon.
You drug her across.
Yeah, we like forced her to go
That's
across
some-
the.
That's love.
Making her, you know, face her fears.
Yeah,
It's
we were
good.
making her face to feels, but
Get up there.
up at the Grand
therapeutic.
Canyon, there's like a clear bridge, and I saw it on Instagram Reels, I think.
Right.
And there's a section of it where it's like AI like generated, and if you step on it, it'll like pretend to like crack.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah. And my mom was like, "It's gonna crack. It's gonna crack," and I was like, "Don't say that because then I'm gonna get freaked out
If
and I'm
you-
gonna fall."
If you want severe anxiety, type in YouTube like pictures of videos of people who are like risking it on the edge of things. I've done it for sermons, and I'm watching it, and I'm physically getting sick at my stomach. Like they're at the top of these skyscrapers on the top needle, just goofing off. I'm like, you're an idiot.
And like
people die doing things like that.
Rock climbers too.
Yes.
Like they'll just climb
without
rocks
the thing,
without any ropes or anything.
I enjoy my life.
I couldn't tell you. Because number one, I don't think I have enough upper body strength to even start climbing a rock.
I ain't got it. I do good to get a push up.
But like, they'll jump. They'll like leverage themselves on this, and they'll just use their arms and just jump. And I'm like, all right, good for you.
Yeah.
Don't need to. What you doing, girl?
I am well. How are you guys?
I am good. I'm just admiring your couch in the background. It's quite wonderful.
It's a good one. Thank you.
It's a good couch. Lots of streaming, right? Lots of fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's quietly talking to us because her baby is sleeping. And so we just appreciate your dedication in this moment. Thank you, Abby. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Abby, tell us what's going on in the wonderful world of Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Thanks for saying it's wonderful, because it really is. And we do have a
is.
lot going on, starting with this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have our coach and spouse timeout weekend, which we're so excited for. Have about 20 couples coming just to be refreshed and fellowship and be encouraged in the word too. So we're so excited about that weekend. We have, let's see, if you really, really want to be a part of it, let me know. We're close to full, if not full, but we might be able to make an exception. If someone's listening and they're a coach and they have a spouse, then send them my way. But then we have our interest meeting on February the 2nd, 2:30 to 4:30 at Cove Church in Hampton Cove, Huntsville.
Nice.
If you're an upcoming junior or senior or in college and wonder what it looks like to spend the summer with us being poured into, but then also so you can pour into others, into campers, we'd love to have you. Just come check it out. No pressure to join or to interview, just a place to check it out and see if you're interested or not. And so those are our two main things happening right now.
Wonderful. So you are always busy. Also, you got huddles going on in school, which are a big deal.
We sure do. And if you don't follow us, you should, at Neal FCA, Neal FCA. You can see all the different stuff going on in our area. We have elementary, middle school, high school, and college huddles happening all throughout the week. Student leadership teams meeting, and it's a lot of fun. So if you're wondering if you have a huddle in your school, you probably do. Or if you don't, we'd love to help you get one started. So you can head to our website, northalabamafca.org, and there's contact info on there. And we'd love to hear from you too.
You know, Tessa is on a leadership team, I believe, with her FCA huddle. Or
Awesome.
in her FCA huddle.
Yeah, I don't think I'm on the leadership team. I know I'm in. I didn't
She's
apply for the leadership.
Everybody likes her, though. So Tessa is at the Arab FCA.
Yes.
And so Anyway, love it. Love those groups.
Do we know any more info on PLT?
Abby's speaking.
PLT. Yes, so 2 different PLTs. We started that last year, and we're doing it again. A middle school one at the end of July, at the last weekend of July, and then the first weekend of August is our high school PLT. High school PLT is at the Von Braun Center again. We have Sadie Robertson Huff coming to hang out with us.
That's a big deal.
We're so excited about that. KB is going to be hanging with us too for a special concert on Saturday. You're not going to want to miss that. And then middle school is going to be a lot of fun too, but we're super pumped for it. And it's sooner than we even realize. I mean, it is close. We are in the year of 2025 is our year, which is nuts. But yeah, we're excited about it.
Yeah, Abby's speaking at the junior high one because she's going to throw like goldfish out and Sour Patch Kids with a shirt cannon. It's going to be great.
It is.
Remember, Tessa, you're going to be driving the Wienermobile up. It's going to be great. It's awesome.
I'll make sure to bring extra hot dogs.
Yes.
Is Abby really up to snuff on all this lingo, though, from Gen Z and Gen Alpha?
I bet she is.
Man.
Is anybody getting rizzed up? I mean...
Oh, wow. Wow, that was lit.
Coach,
that was lit.
That was so cringe.
I hear
I'm sorry.
it, but I can't translate it as well as he can. He hears it all day, so not as good at it, but you know.
Wow.
Everything else.
That was impressive, Steven.
Thank you.
You know?
It was.
I'm over here mewing as we speak.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Oh, wow. I am cringing in my skin. Okay, Abby, it has been a wonderful time. We are
Thank
so
you,
glad
guys.
you called in. We love FCA, and we hope
we
that
love you guys.
if you're not connected, you keep connecting. It's a great place to, like a small group in your school.
For sure.
Great place to be encouraged in the Lord and to keep living out your faith. Thank you, Abby.
Yes, thank you guys, and thanks, Tessa. Y'all have a good day.
You.
Bye. Back to meme of the week.
Back.
Because Tessa was crying when we took it away last time.
Yeah.
You know.
So sad.
It's emotional.
It really is.
I'm going to post that up, and that's going to be my inspiration. Hey, since we're renaming the Gulf of Mexico, you know, Trump's talking about Gulf of America, which I like.
Yeah.
You know, Alexander Shinar threw in his bid. Gulf of Alexander Shinar.
He is the man of Alabama.
He is.
But is he really the man of Mississippi, Georgia, and Florida?
He's kind of got muted out. Have you noticed that, Stephen?
He
Other
changed?
injury lawyers have kind of started taking
Right?
up his billboards.
He
Yeah.
changed instead of it saying like the words "Call me Alabama."
Uh-huh.
It's like "Call me," and then it's like a cutout of Alabama.
Right, of the state.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
You know,
But the lack of punctuation always got me. Because it didn't say call me, comma, Alabama. It said call me Alabama. So am I supposed to call him Alabama? Alabama Shannara?
that was great.
You know?
You're fantastic.
But, I mean, we should put Dollar General in the Gulf as well.
Yes!
So Dollar
Yes.
General /
No, we
Alexander
will-
Shannara / Waffle
Put the dog. Just
of
To feel-
and it sprouts up. That's what it is.
They're amazing how
Yeah.
fast they throw up.
It really is.
I've never.
We have a new one in
Oh.
Arab now.
You know,
It's
you
big,
needed
too.
one, obviously.
Are you talking about the one near the high school? Like,
Yes.
Yeah,
on
the-
69?
yes.
Yep.
So you needed that.
hmm Across from the BP that has a really cheap gas every
Yeah.
now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every,
I love
every
that
now
place.
and then.
It's like a 30-second drive from my house. So
Oh, wow.
I'm not complaining.
You're
if I
not
want some
hating? There
if I
you
want
go.
some ice cream, I got 30 seconds to Walmart, 30 seconds to Dollar General.
They're trying to build one within walking distance of my house. So,
Wow.
a 57,000 square foot Temu warehouse in China went up in flames today. The total loss of the inventory has been estimated to be as high as $56.19 US dollars.
Yep.
Let us all mourn in this moment.
hmm
Yeah.
I've actually never used Temu.
Oh, you're
Me
missing
neither.
out. No,
Me
I'm playing.
neither.
I never
It
had
My
either.
mom's gotten on the bandwagon though.
It just scares me.
I got a Temu shirt.
Like,
Are you afraid they're going to track your data,
China,
and
no.
take all
Stop
your
it.
info.
I'm scared I'm
I
gonna
am.
like order something and it's gonna be like a miniature version of it.
Oh yeah, I've
Like,
seen that.
Me too.
Say like you get like a $1 couch on Temu because
Mhm.
I've seen people on TikTok they'll get like a $1 couch on Temu and it'll be like life size. If I ordered it, it'd be like a plastic Barbie doll couch.
This is true.
I mean, but you spent $1.
I know, but
the way it comes-
like my hopes got up.
The way
Like,
it comes packed too, it's like shrink wrapped.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to
Yes.
take the shrink wrap off, and then it expands.
Yes.
But it just doesn't
No.
expand big enough sometimes.
IKEA from China.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hey, since we're talking about possibly stealing data and all that spying and all that stuff,
Yes.
I came across a video.
Oh,
It's
please.
all about TikTok, and it's as if it's somebody who's just trying to wrap his head around TikTok. And this guy, so funny. I saw him a while back. I think you're gonna love it. Look
Let's
at this.
see it.
TikTok is Chinese. Yes or no? And TikTok is trying to steal my datas. Is that correct? So if I've got a TikTok phone and TikTok wants to steal my datas, then a little Chinese man has to get on an airplane and fly all the way across the ocean just to go rummaging through my house to steal my datas. Is that what you're trying to say? I don't want to come home from work one of these days and find a little Chinese man scooting around my office opening all my drawers.
This is terrible.
What happened to the days when a man could come home from a long day at the office, enjoy a nice cold bowl of Helen's potato salad from the refrigerator,
Yes.
and not have to worry about Chinese
Exactly.
talk spies rummaging through his office and stealing his John Grisham?
That's amazing. It's very terrible, but it's amazing. We have more memes, don't we?
Yes, we do. I thought that was the perfect place for that
that
one.
was amazing. When you use the non-stick pan and the eggs still stick, I'll get you for this pan.
That's why you spray it with Pam.
Hey!
Oh yes. So Pam helps
Nice.
the pan.
Yes.
Yep.
Ah, see, little.
You need a girl. You need a girl.
This is
Just
true.
saying. This is hilarious. Imagine the effort it took this dolphin to propose. Then the woman he loves does this in front of him. This is just awful.
Honestly, I'd be hurt. If I was that dolphin, I would protest. I would stop doing the tricks.
Will you marry me? Yes. Wow.
I would stop doing the tricks
Right?
at that point.
That's
I taught
awful.
myself to hold a buoy like that.
I know. And I saw this morning, and I figured you would relate to this, Steven. 6-year-old. I'm done. Can I have ice cream? Me. Not till you've eaten all your food. 6-year-old. But I'm full. Me. If you're full, you don't need ice cream. 6-year-old. My stomach is full of food, but ice cream will fill in all the cracks.
I mean,
Me, pause. 6-year-old, pause. Me. I don't know enough science to dispute that.
it does make sense. It really does, because it melts into all the cracks and crevices. What kills me, my
My
daughter.
son would have that conversation.
Yeah.
Josiah would say that to me.
Yeah,
Oh, Lord.
my daughter's 10 years
I can
old,
hear
right?
it now.
And
Yeah.
she'll tell me from time to time she's hungry, and I'll ask her, I said, what do you want to eat? And she's like, oh, I want a caramel frappe from McDonald's. That is
What?
not something to eat. That is, no, you need
No.
food. But she thinks that's food, so
She's lying.
I know. It's crazy.
Wow.
Mhm.
One more, I think.
That was it?
Oh,
Nope.
what's that
We
one?
got one more. You
Bonus!
are correct. Bonus.
Now, hear me out.
Uh-huh.
I believe this with all my heart, Tessa.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it would be great, especially in the after hours, if Walmart added an upper level observation deck.
I would love that. I personally am
Anything
such, like,
after 10 o'clock.
I personally am such like a people watcher. Like I'll catch myself. I'll be eating like with my family. We'll be out in a restaurant.
We
Yeah.
could sell Oscar Mayer Wiener hot dogs up there.
Yes. Yes.
Business plan.
Yes.
But you and your family in a restaurant. Go
like
ahead.
we're eating with like my family in a restaurant, and like another family will walk in, and I'm just sitting there. I don't even notice that I'm doing it, but I'm just staring at them. Like
Yes.
I don't even mean to. I'm just like staring at. I'm just watching what they're doing. And my mom's like, "You do realize that you're staring at them?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "No, I don't." And
I don't remember
It's
that.
even worse when you put me because my boyfriend does the same thing. He's
Oh,
such
no.
he's such like an observer. Like he'll just watch people.
Yes.
So like you put us in like a place together. Like when we go out to eat, he's
Yeah.
like,
Y'all
"Look at-"
never look at each other.
No,
Yeah.
no, we never. Like we'll start a conversation and then one
Say,
of us.
hey, eyes over here.
No, one of us will like get distracted.
You
and
still
I'm
like me, right?
one of us will get distracted and we'll be like, "Hey, look at that family over there! Like, look," and like we'll just both like without any hesitation just like turn our heads.
Yes.
Put me on the beach. Give me some sand and let me just look. Let me sit out on the balcony and let me just watch.
Do you ever give them like backstories?
100%. I'll make up stories in my head. I'm like, they're from Indiana. They sell corn for a living. You know, or like
they sell corn for a living.
Or like they're from Maine. Like they don't need.
They got lobsters.
They're tired of lobsters. Let's switch them to the crabs.
That's so good.
Like 100%.
Do you know why I brought her now?
Yes,
this
I do.
is a fantastic conversation.
This is.
You were like the perfect person for all these.
My favorite thing is if it's like someone and it's like a family of 4. And they get out of like an expensive car or something, walking down to the beach, or they're walking down the road. And I'm like, they're from California. They're from California. They're tired of that pop culture down there. They're coming down for some Southern cooking. Like,
this is great.
This is what they're here for.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, and they're moving to Alabama.
They watched Sweet Home Alabama and they were inspired. So
No.
here they are.
One time, speaking of like Hollywood and all of that, just jogged my memory.
Yes.
One time, my older brother Thomas and his friend were at Jefferson's in Scottsboro.
Yeah.
And they hear this guy like with a deep French accent.
French.
Like
Wow.
France. On like talking at the bar. And they're like, they go up to him because they're curious. They're like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, my company said that I was moving to Hollywood. Like, do you want to take a job?
Alabama?
Do you want to take a job in Hollywood? And he was like, without even hesitation, I said yes. Well, they sent me to Alabama. He's like, well, personally, I like it here because I can buy guns. I can do all this and all this. I don't think I would.
Alabama.
Yes. He's like, I don't think I would survive in Hollywood.
Steven, have you ever seen their city sign? It's
I
fantastic.
saw it not too long ago,
This
actually.
is Hollywood, Alabama, the
drove
real
through there.
Hollywood.
It's got the Hollywood letters. It's got like
It really
stars. Yeah.
Listen,
It's cool.
if they don't make a giant Hollywood sign for
Oh,
somewhere in
yeah.
there, they have missed an opportunity.
Uh-huh.
They really have.
I mean,
Yeah.
seriously.
Well,
You know, Tessa and I will roll up in the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, and we'll celebrate that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, if he had
Put
been
me-
told he needed to go and work in Utah, there is a
What?
Utah, Alabama as well.
No.
EUTAW is how you spell it.
So they straight up told
It's a real
homie.
place.
Wait, like Utah?
Utah. EUTAW.
Oh, I thought you said EW.
EUTAW. Utah.
So they straight up told homie.
Hollywood.
It's going to Hollywood.
Personally, I mean, if someone said, hey, you're going to Hollywood to work, I'd be like, all right, let's go.
Let's do this.
That's a good joke around
Yeah.
here, too. You're going to go to L.A.? That's not Los
Lower
Angeles.
Alabama.
Lower Alabama. Exactly.
Yeah.
Or Louisiana.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
Okay. We got 2:32 left until
Clutch. Yeah.
have some clutch.
I know you got some funny videos.
Of course I do.
You know, I've enjoyed this conversation already. Like, I feel like I've already made like one of the best decisions of my day, bringing Tessa here.
Yeah. So
Tessa, you are clutch.
Thank you.
now you are a little musical, right, Tessa? You sing a little bit. I'm not going to put you on the spot and ask you to sing anything, but
I would like to. Do
you
that.
are musical,
I
correct?
used to sing.
Any instruments?
No.
No?
I tried to learn the piano once on like one of those apps,
Right.
but then I gave up.
Okay.
How quickly?
Too quickly to even like say anything.
Like a day in.
Like
All right, I'm done.
just
Okay.
all the different
This is not
letters.
for me.
Like I'm like, okay, so like it's saying like A because it goes up to like G or H or something like G, I think.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like A sharp, and then like once you get past that one,
Uh-huh.
it restarts.
Yeah.
So I was like, it was like, oh, do this A, and I'm like, there's like 4 A's on the piano. Like
Right.
you got to be specific.
And another thing too, when you're learning, they give you a click,
Yeah.
and that's called a metronome,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's a part of any musical experience. You got to keep in time,
He's
right?
a music major.
Whether you're singing or I am. Whether you're singing and I work at a radio station. Go
he
figure.
does.
I work with
Hey.
music every day.
You're good at it.
Anyway,
You-
but hey, you can find a metronome anywhere. When I'm
Yeah.
driving along and I hit the turn signal and it's got
Yeah.
that, I like put a little beat. You know, I'll do a little beatboxing. But if you just happen
Fantastic.
to have an instrument on hand and, well, you hear a metronome, you could do something like this.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's talent.
That's just one piece of it, though, because I got something else here. I think that's going to do it even better. So let me see if I can find my... Oh, it was a guy with a tuba. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, my. I'll look for it. But y'all go ahead.
It's really hard to lose a tuba, though.
It is.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's very large.
What happened to it? Oh.
I don't know, but that guy's face.
I got to go...
Something.
I got to go check it out. What happened? Okay, anyway, sorry. The metronome, though, was a car alarm. You know, I was like, yeah, I'll show you the video in a few minutes. But
Nice.
8 seconds. Ready for clutch?
Let's go.
Man, that was a total fail. Sorry about that.
No, it's not a fail yet. It could
Yeah.
come back.
It could get worse. Here we go.
The clutch moment.
I want to talk about multiplying things because I honestly believe that we serve a God of multiplication, not just addition. He's amazing. He doesn't do things just add to things. He multiplies them. And so my question is, what do you have? And I honestly believe that God has given each and every one of you listening today different talents, different abilities. He's let you grow up in different homes with different people and has surrounded you uniquely with a group of people that no one else will ever be in but you. So what's the point? There is purpose for every one of you. And you are uniquely gifted to make a difference like no one else on this planet. Stephen, and this is, I think I've told you this story, but kind of where we got the name for the varsity and kind of not trademark logo. We created our own logo, but we got the idea from a restaurant in Atlanta, Georgia. It's called the Varsity. I don't know. It's a hot dog restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
Speaking of which,
perfect.
and it is on the campus, I believe, of Georgia Tech. It is on the corner. Yes, it's a very large restaurant. Really cool. But what I like about this restaurant, you would test the way you like hot dogs. You would really like this place. It's really cool. So the original restaurant, when you come in, it has this massive line of people, and all of a sudden they start yelling at you, "What do you have? What do you have? What do you have?" And they want to know your order. But it looks like this. They're very insistent on you doing this. What do you have? What do you have? What do you have? And I kind of want to ask you that question today. And I'm not going to read all the way through the scripture, but I want to tell a story about Elijah and the widow of Zarephath. You want to say Zarephath? I know you do. You just...
Zarephath?
Yeah, that feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, and so in 1 Kings 17, 8 through 16, the story goes like this. Elijah, God tells Elijah to go to this widow. He goes to this widow, and she is about to make their last meal.
Yeah.
For her and her son. And all she has is some flour and oil, right? And so he goes to her, and God told her he was coming, and he goes to her and he asks her for some water, and she's cool to do that. Hey, water, I got that. But then he says, hey, go make me some bread. And she's like, but I'm about to make some bread so me and my son can die. Like, this is like the end.
Yeah.
Because of a drought. And she finally does it. She decides to do it and follow God's command and what the prophet says. And he says, hey, chill, don't work out. God will always take care of you. So she cooks for him. He eats. And because of that, for the rest of the drought, 3.5 years.
Yeah.
I'm not going super biblical here. I don't know if you've heard this story. For 3.5 years, every day she goes and there's flour, and every day there's oil in it. For 3.5 years, she always has enough.
Yeah.
And that's a cool story. And so that's our big story there. So we learned right here that the widow brought her flour and olive oil to the table, and it was literally all she had. And I want to talk about the lessons that she learned from this incredible story. I'm going to ask Tessa some questions in a minute. But questions for the widow learned about multiplication. Will you follow God's voice? And in that 1 Kings 17:9, it says, go and live in the village of Zarephath near the city of Sidon. I have instructed a widow there to feed you. So before Elijah came, God had spoken to her. So it was a matter of if she was really going to listen. So let me ask you this, and I think this is a really important question. Why is it so often hard for us Tessa, to follow God's voice when he speaks to us?
I think it's because we live in such a worldly world.
Yeah.
Like, God will call us to go do something, but then, oh, my friends are going to go do this. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a battle between constant, do I want to be godly? Do I want to be worldly? Do I want to do what God wants me to do? Or do I want to go and have fun with my friends? Or do I want to go and do this? It's more worldly compared to what God actually wants you to do. Like, yes, you can go and do worldly things. You can go hang out with your friends. You can go swimming. You can do all the things that the world wants you to do while also following God. But there comes a certain point in your life where you have to really just accept the fact that either you're going to follow what God wants you to do, or you're going to go down the wrong path. You're going to do all the worldly things. You're going to drift from God. You're going to try and stay godly while doing it, but you can't do that.
No.
Like, you can't do all the godly things that you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, all the worldly things that you want to do if God's not calling you to do that.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's so hard for us to follow God's voice, because especially for the younger generations, like, we grow up with internet, we grow up with Netflix, like, we grow up with all of these things that the world creates.
Yeah.
And so it's just harder for people to find time to, like, stay with God. Like,
That's
yes,
so good.
you may go to church on Sundays, you may go to church on Wednesdays, like, you may have a small group, you may have a life group, but, like, does that actually consist of you being a follower of God? No. Like, you can say that you know God, you accept God, but do you actually follow him? Like,
Yeah.
that's the real question. Like,
So good.
do you actually accept him for, like,
Yeah.
and does he actually give you, like, do you listen to him? That's
Yeah.
the real question. Like,
Well, and it's easy to follow God as long as he's doing what you want him
yeah,
to do.
100%. I
It
think
gets hard when he asks you to do what you just said, when he asks you to give something up, or he asks you to do something hard, or it
It's-
costs you something.
it's definitely hard, especially when, say, you'll have, like, a best friend.
Yeah.
You'll have a best friend, you'll do everything together, and then all of a sudden they start making bad decisions. They start hanging out with the wrong crew. They try and drag you into it. That's the point where you have to be like, yo, like, you need to stop this. This is not what God wants you to do. Like, God's calling me to do something else.
Yeah.
So I'm either not going to be friends with you, or you have to listen to me. God's calling me to help you.
That's so good. Second point, and that, man, I am so glad I brought you today. Number 2, will you continue to trust in God's provisions? And in this story, 1 Kings 17:16, there was always enough flour and olive oil left in the container, just as the Lord had promised Elijah. But if you think about it, every day after that day, this woman had to go to the jars and believe that they would be full.
I think,
Think
yeah,
about that.
I mean,
Think about that.
it's crazy.
So my question is this: why is it hard to have courage sometimes in trusting God, in that He will consistently give you what you need?
it's because as people, we think that we know what we need. We think, oh, I need this,
Man.
but whenever you're trying to trust God, God always knows what you need. Like, we think we think what we know we need, but God will always know what you need. He'll know what you need 10 years down the road. He'll know that you need to make this decision. He'll know that you need to make this decision. So I honestly think that if it's so hard to always, like, trust that he's going to do something, it's because he's not giving us what we want again.
That's good.
Like, we think, basically what we think what we need is basically just what we want. Whereas he's giving us what we need to help us down the road to keep trusting him. Like, whenever times get hard, like, you're like, oh, God's not on my side. Like, I don't know what to do. It's just another way that the devil's pushing you away. Like, the worldly thoughts. Like, he's not doing what I want him to do. God doesn't do what you want to do. Honestly, he doesn't do what
You're
you want to
right.
do. He does what
90% of the time,
he does what he needs to do.
Yeah.
And you just have to keep saying to yourself, God's doing what he needs to do. God's pushing me in the right direction.
It's like a, for me being a parent, like, my kids will ask, can I have this? Can I have this? And when I say no sometimes, it's not that I'm being mean. It's that I know the result of the action, right? And so question number 3, and we're almost done, but you've done so good. Who will you turn to when things get difficult? And even though the widow was provided for, and she was for 3.5 years, her faith was tested again, and her son dies. And so when her son dies, she looks at the prophet Elijah, who she allows to stay in, like, an upper apartment separated from the house, and says, how did you bring this on us and everything? And Elijah goes up to the room. He prays over this boy 3 times, and he comes back to life. Mm-hmm. And she says, now I know that you're from God, you know. But think about that. For 3.5 years, every day, he's providing for. So my question is this. Why is it so important when things are difficult? Jesus is the first thing we turn to, not something or someone else.
I think it's so difficult whenever, like, we come to something so hard that it's like, it's basically like, what do I do in this situation?
Yeah.
Like, there's 2 options. There's the easy way and there's the hard way. And I think in some points, like some points of your life, the hard way is what you need to take. The hard way is what Jesus is driving you to take. Like, I mean, the toughest soldiers come out of the toughest battles. So, like, that's what really sits with me is, like, if you don't have hard battles, to not test your relationship with God, but test maybe like your trust in God and like your trust in Jesus.
Yeah.
I feel like if you don't have those battles, you don't have like what you need to help teach other people. Be like, this is what I went through. Yeah. It's gonna get easier. Don't turn to, like, you know, drugs and alcohol or like whatever, like TikTok, social media. Don't turn to that. Like,
or somebody else.
Yeah, as much as you want to, don't put everything that you have on something so worldly, because it could leave. It can
in a second.
It could disappear. It could go away at any given moment.
Yeah.
Don't put all of that on something so not sound, not a firm foundation. Whereas you have the other way where you put everything on God, you put everything on Jesus, the firm foundation.
Yeah.
Like just in the song, like, I build my home on Jesus, my firm foundation.
Yeah.
Like, the second you build it on him, the second you put everything on him, nothing can touch you.
That's good.
Nothing can shake you. Like, especially in sports, like, that's where I'm like, it really hits hard for me, because, like, we could be down 20 to 3. And if I'm just like, if this is how God wants us to go out, this is how God wants us to go out.
Yeah.
But it's not like that's what I say. But I then turn to my teammates. I'm like, we have to battle. Yeah. Like, we have to battle. Like, we can't just.
If we can change it, we will.
It's just a fight.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
If it's God's thing. If we lose right here, we can pray to God. We can be like, God, get us out of this. God, help us. Like, help us.
But you got to take action.
But we have to take action.
Yeah.
We have to trust that He's going to get us out of that. If that's what He wants us to do.
Yeah. That's good. Hey, I'm going to pray for you out there. God, we pray, God, that you would take our talents, our abilities, and what we have and use it to do incredible things for you. God, let us, God, follow you and serve you, even when it's hard. Be with us and draw near to us in your holy and awesome name. Amen. Stephen? I just thought, Stephen, maybe while we battled to be the unofficial Varsity Radio Show was because of that restaurant.
It could be. Yeah.
We fought for what, 2 years to get them to give us.
It took a long time.
When we started the Varsity, it was the unofficial Varsity,
which was kind of rebellious.
It felt
like,
nice.
and it felt like,
nice.
Yeah. That's right.
Nice.
We're the unofficial Varsity Radio
That's
Show.
Right. We were rogue. We were busting up, and so you have got to go to. You love hot dogs. You've got to go to that place.
I think like the crowd would just overstimulate me.
It goes fast.
Oh, apparently I have been there.
You've been there.
My mom said that I was there when I was itty bitty.
Ooh.
Oh.
They used, and like my aunt and my grandma used to hang out there when they were young.
You can't miss it. It's literally, if you go downtown, like through that, it's on the side, right side, the Varsity. It's
Mom,
a 2-story restaurant.
Mom, I know you're listening.
It is
Take
a cool place. It is a cool place. I don't like going to Atlanta, but it's a cool place. Hey, Stephen, you want to bring them in? They're fantastic.
Yeah, let me do it in just a second because I found it. I found the video that I was talking
thank
about.
God.
So yeah, now I can play it for you.
And I'll say something about people, about Mozart after that. Did you see? Go ahead.
Did. Here we go.
Yeah.
Everything's a metronome.
Yes. Wow.
I thought I was good.
I found this. I don't know if we even had time to pop it up, but
we
about
did not,
Mozart.
but I'm going to try anyway.
This is true, Stephen.
Yep.
Did you know that Mozart disliked a performer, Adriana Pharisee or something like that, Del Ben's head movements while singing? He didn't like them.
What instrument, I wonder, did she play?
I don't know, but she was known for nodding her head down on low notes and raising it on high notes. So
Gotcha.
he intentionally, are you ready for this? I love this. He intentionally composed a song with frequent jumps and low to high notes to make her head bob like a chicken on stage. That is savage.
It's petty.
That is hilarious.
It is petty.
Can you imagine, though? Can you imagine?
Imagine just seeing her head.
Yeah. Better on AI. I'll take it. So, whew, okay. So we got to work on getting you the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile for prom.
We really
It's
do.
got to be a thing. As much as you like hot dogs. I saw this today.
I would like to say my mom is watching.
Hey, Mom. I like that.
She's watching.
I feel like that might not be appropriate, but. Lawson King up in the house. Welcome home, son. Welcome home. Oh my God. How you doing, man? What's up, Claud? We're having fun. I know. How you doing, man? Nice to have you. Go ahead, sit down, and put that on.
You're sounding like Alex Sierra up in here. Welcome home. Welcome home.
That's right.
We saw Alex on the way out of school today.
Really?
And so got a second to talk to him.
What was he doing?
Oh my gosh,
I
I could
guess
tear up some chips
picking
and
up these-
salsa.
Picking up Lola.
Oh,
his-
okay.
Their
his daughter.
fajitas are good. Y'all know Tessa.
Yes.
Tessa was a good decision today. I just want to say that. Hey, she's
Hey.
on board with our Oscar Mayer Wienermobile
No,
thing, though.
is it still live?
I want to make it happen.
We got to make it happen. IWAM.
So you can be so I literally, my wife sent me the article and it was hilarious. It says Oscar Mayer is hiring new drivers for the Wienermobiles, and my wife on the bottom said, all your wildest dreams can come true.
No, I know he's on board too. We can get Claud
Come on.
on board in a hurry. So
This
the
is
original
gonna
dream.
happen.
Okay,
Yes,
listen.
the original dream. Yeah, go ahead.
We are
You
going
s-
to we're
He's
going
on
to
board.
take an Oscar Mayer Wienermobile to a Savannah Bananas game.
That's right. Don't laugh, Steven.
I mean,
It is.
what
genius.
an idea, right? I mean, a collide of two amazing things.
We're gonna do that, and we're gonna do the Varsity Radio Show on the way.
Yes.
It's gonna be great.
Absolutely.
And then you're going to drop me off at prom, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nah.
So Tessa loves hot dogs. So I've introduced her to a restaurant that she doesn't remember, the Varsity in Atlanta, Georgia, where they yell at you. What do you have? What do you have?
I've
What
been
do
to
you
the
have?"
Varsity, yeah.
Isn't it great?
It's so fun.
I think I would get stressed out.
No, you wouldn't. It's great. Okay, so you got the Varsity, and where we kind of got our name for the show. Don't tell them that trademark and stuff. But
We're not on the air right now, are we?
we're on TV.
Okay.
And yeah, but I don't imagine that the Varsity in Atlanta is going to watch Horizon Communications. But tomorrow Stephen will get a phone call. You've got to cease and desist. How dare you in Marshall County talk on Charter 182 about the Varsity? Listen, I just think we're adding value to you. And I want somebody from Oscar Mayer to watch us. Just one show. We have something for you. I think we have value to you. I don't
talking
know
to
which
you.
I'm talking to you, Oscar Mayer. If you would just please, somebody from Oscar Mayer, please watch our show. Please. You could be our sponsor. Did you enjoy Marco's Pizza on the other?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it was so good. I ate so much.
It's Claude has never had Marcos before, so that was his first
first
experience
time.
with Marcos.
It's
Tessa,
the
do
meats.
we need to bring you some? Do you?
It's all meat pizza.
I'm good.
You sure?
Are you
I'm
sure?
I'm not really a pizza fan.
It's not a hot dog. I mean,
I'm really
Listen,
not a pizza
if
fan.
you fold it up in the middle, it's basically a
there
hot
it
dog.
is. It's a hot
That's the
dog.
same thing.
No, it's a taco.
It's a
Oh,
taco.
But, like-
more of a taco than a hot dog.
Come on.
If you got some ranch, I'll eat some.
Oh,
That's the only time
On
I
the
eat.
pizza.
Yeah.
Have you ever had hot sauce on a pizza?
Yes.
No.
1,000.
It's actually good.
Sriracha on a pizza?
Yes.
I'm the biggest baby about spice. I can't handle
What?
any spice.
You
I'm
need
the, I'm
to
the
do-
extra mild guy
So
when it
take
comes
your
to wings.
ranch.
Mhm.
Take your ranch and put hot sauce on it. Ooh, glory. It's so good.
There was a time on the show I filled a donut with
that
sriracha.
was nasty.
Yeah, it was donut or do not, and it
We
was great.
should have done that today.
So, have y'all ever heard of hot honey?
Yeah.
There's
Sounds good.
Agave and Rye
Is it good?
in Huntsville,
I don't know what that
the
is.
taco place at Bridge Street.
No
They
idea.
have a hot honey chicken taco,
Ooh.
and it has like slaw and like mango on it.
Is it good?
Oh, it's so good. I ate it in, like
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm all about some hot honey. We made our own for pizzas. It's sriracha and honey, so it's like 2 parts honey and 1 part sriracha. Oh my
That
goodness,
sounds amazing.
It is so good on a pizza.
See, I would do that.
And on chicken fingers.
Yeah, anything really. I mean,
Yes. See, I'm a buffalo chicken anything. I love buffalo sauce.
It's good.
The
Like,
buffalo chicken dip that you get at like tailgates.
Oh, it's so good.
Wow.
Wait, if
I love it.
I'm hungry again, man.
Yeah,
Just like
Steven,
pizza.
I feel like I'm at home.
I
Every
know.
time the Arab people come in here, it's a beautiful thing.
Well, we are going to bring them live in about 11
It's
seconds.
a beautiful thing.
So we're going to have some
I
fun.
love you guys. I just feel like
I love you.
I appreciate you.
Jumping in
guys.
quick,
The bottom of my
Claude.
heart.
Thanks,
You
Claude.
guys.
Thanks. So
The Varsity Athlete Interview.
welcome to the party. It is going to be quite an amazing time. We already have Tessa. But wait, there's more, okay? And I'm so excited to add to this show Lawson King, who is seriously one of my favorite people in the last 2 years. He is really wonderful. And Claud Burke, what's up, man?
I'm doing great. I'm ready for this. I'm pumped.
Let's go.
Claude's been great too. He just
I've got that energy.
you
Yeah.
got
know?
yes.
I'm
It's a hot
him.
start so far.
And I said this,
A very mild, not too spicy energy.
you know,
okay.
and I said this, and
you can't handle the heat.
I hope our good friend Dr. Barry is watching this show. I really do. He does very often, and I hope he's watching this show. But the honorable, wonderful Dr. Barry,
Of course.
I just every time Arab comes in here, I feel like I'm at home again, guys.
You are at home.
I've been graduated for a long time, but I feel like I'm part of this. Okay, we're gonna get started with some questions. And Lawson, you've been here so many times, but we're gonna have fun. You're a senior now, unfortunately, for me. I'm happy you're graduating, but that's for me. What's it like being in your final year of high school, and how are you feeling about graduation coming up?
So yeah, it really makes you realize just how much of a blessing it is to be able to have a high school athletic career, especially,
Yeah.
and the friendships you make, the people you get to meet, you get to know, it's pretty incredible. And then with graduation coming up, I'm really pumped to go to Auburn and just get a part of the college experience now. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited for graduation. Sad, obviously, that it's coming to an end, but I'm excited for the next phase of my life.
Yeah, Claude, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what it's like as a 16-year-old student athlete at Arab High School?
Well, I only play golf, but I'm heavily involved in Spirit Club. I mean, I go to pretty much every sporting event there is.
I
And
totally believe that about you.
I love watching sports more than playing.
We need a
100%.
varsity spirit club, Steven. That's what we need.
Yeah.
That's what we've been missing.
Okay, Lawson.
You're
you
in
s-
charge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lawson, you said you're a part of the Spanish Honor Society, FBLA, Spirit Club, Beta Club, along with FCA.
That's not enough.
It's
You're right.
really not.
You're right.
How would you not describe, but how would you encourage younger students to juggle that many things along with being a student athlete and
Wow.
keeping up with your friendships and stuff like that? What motivates you? How would you motivate them to do that?
So yeah, that's a great question. Life is hectic when you let it get hectic. But I am a person who loves always having something to do. If I'm doing something, if I'm being productive, then I'm happy. That's pretty much how I view my high school time. So for those younger kids who maybe you want to just play football or just play basketball, or just play baseball, and that's it for your high school career. For one thing, you look better on a resume if you're well-rounded. That's part of the reason I do all those clubs, is so my resume looks a whole lot more well-rounded. But additionally, getting involved in more than just one organization or one thing makes it to where you can meet new people and have new different friends, where you can be friends with people from all different stages and walks of life. And it's a really good way to make connections that you wouldn't otherwise get to make if you just did one thing at a time.
Okay, Claude.
She wrote
So-
a question. You are great.
Good host.
She is.
I try. So you said your dad personally inspires you, like as a person. How would you say is like the best way that he inspires you? Like, what does he do that like inspires you? Obviously.
I mean, it's not really as much as motivation. It's just, he's the person I want to go to when I have an
Yeah.
issue. I mean, he's the first person I want to talk to about it. There's no one else that I feel as comfortable talking to.
He's like
Just-
your comforter.
Yeah,
He's like,
like-
your safety blanket.
just like that. And I mean, when I'm ever stressed about something, he can help me through it easily.
So good. Lawson, tell us a little bit about your role in both sports and football. You're on the D-line, and in basketball you play center. How do you prepare for each position, and how do the two sports complement each other?
Oh, for sure. So, this year, it's been a tough year for me because I had a couple bad shoulder injuries where I tore both my labrums. Had to get that fixed. But in the past and even in this year, it's been the key thing for me. Strength is obviously important. Knowing what to do is obviously important. But the most important thing I can say about all my sports is toughness. If you're not tough enough to do your job, even when it's hard to do your job, then you can't be effective. So that has been the thing that's been such a carryover from football is when you are just hurting on a third down and you got to get a good pass rush anyways, then it's much easier to get a tough rebound when it's a close game like in basketball.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've learned so many lessons across both sports, and it's been great to play both for Auburn High School.
Wow. Claude, you've been playing golf for 3 years now. What first got you interested in the sport, and what keeps you coming back to it?
Well, when I was little, my mom would sign me up for every single golf camp, and I'd do a lot of them, and I hated them so much. And then I completely stopped playing golf after that, and then my 8th or 9th grade year, one of my friends really got me into it,
Yeah.
and we would just go out and have fun, and then I really started to play more, and I realized I love doing it more than anything. I mean, it's just a lot of fun for me, and then I joined my freshman year after only playing for a month, and that season I didn't play too well, but I play pretty much 6 days a week through the summer and
Wow.
fall and spring. So winter not as much because how cold it is.
Yeah, and one thing about him going to those golf camps when he was little, I went to the same golf camps, and I hated it too. We both would go home and talk about how much we disliked the golf camps, except he came back to it. I never came back. I'm no good at golf.
He's still in Rebel. To let you guys know, I did too. I used to go to the golf camps when I was an Arab. When I was a little boy at Twin Lakes, they used to have them. Man. And they were rough. It was rough because you can't drop the golf cart back then. I couldn't. I had to pull the bag. It's not fun as a little guy
all the fun
pulling.
stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have that.
No.
You can't drive the golf cart.
No.
And you can't hit it far.
No.
That's something you just can't attain
No.
yet. And that's the fun part about golf.
Right.
Can't hit a good shot because you're just 6 years old.
Come on, Claude.
Okay, Claude, you're a part of FCCLA, and you won FCCLA state champion last year. How do the lessons you learned from FCCLA translate into your daily life?
Well, I mean, the number one thing that taught me was being organized and planning through. Because I remember that project, I gave one of my friends a meal plan.
Yeah.
And he'd follow it, and then he would test how much weight he gained over a span of 5 days. And we did the experiment in November, and it was supposed to be done by March 10th. I completely didn't do the other half of it till March 1st.
Oh, wow.
Or I didn't start it till then. I finished it the night before I presented it.
Wow. Wow. And then you won the state.
And then I went to nationals and got 12th or something.
That's a big
good.
deal, though. That's a big deal.
Okay, Lawson, you're all-region, all-county first team for football 23 and 24, Huntsville Times all-region second team football. How do those accomplishments impact your life?
So,
How would you translate those accomplishments into your daily life?
yeah, so basically I'm just so thankful. God is, I saw this the other day, and it's really, I want to make this the motto of my life, but everything that God has given me, He's given me something so that I can give it back to Him. So I want to make those things, those awards, they're amazing, and I'm so blessed to have achieved them. But really, the person that gave the one that gave me the ability to do that is God. And so in my daily life, I want to be able to, if people ask me about that, I can maybe give them a little bit of my testimony, maybe give them a little bit of how God has worked in my life, and He's been so good to me. So this is what He can do for you. So I want to be able to carry that with me to other people.
So good. So Lawson, continuing with you, you've worked with coaches like Coach Rutan for football and Coach Cruz for basketball. What's one lesson you've learned from each of them that really stuck with you?
Oh man, Coach Routon, he is.
Said it wrong.
It's okay. It happens all the time. Don't worry.
From pictures, he looks intense but awesome. You know,
You pretty much just nailed it. That is him. He
awesomely intense.
He is so intense and so awesome. And y'all probably know what I'm about to say. What does he do at the pep rallies? Claude, I want to let you take this one.
Okay, so he walks out there and he's like, he said it this year and he started it this year. Are you talking about the boom? Okay, yeah.
Of course.
There's nothing that like gets all the students more excited. He walks out there and says, like, tonight the Knights are gonna, and then he takes a football helmet and bangs it 3 times and goes,
oh my
boom,
gosh.
It's on Instagram.
It started bleeding.
It's on
one time.
Instagram.
His head started
We
bleeding.
need that video. Somebody send that to Steven.
We go crazy.
Arab Sports Production is a good way to find it on Instagram.
I got it.
Yeah.
Or Tessa's got it. But
So what you're saying is your football coach could probably win a cage match.
Oh my goodness.
He could, if you wanted someone dead, he could probably be your hitman.
Hey,
He is.
Hey.
He gets you fired up, but he also knows so much about football. Like, he has the brain for football. Like, he knows exactly what he's doing. He spends hours and hours and hours on film breakdown, and he makes it fun to play football. You don't have to worry so much about thinking and like always trying to make sure that you're doing the right thing. He makes it easy to do the right thing because he plays it all out there for you. So, and then Coach Cruz, he's a fun coach. He is always he's pretty relaxed.
I met him one
times.
time in a barbershop.
Really?
Yeah,
Was
handshake.
Handshake, yeah. Okay, so he can be relaxed, but he can also be super intense too.
Yeah.
And I like that quality about a coach, where you have both sides of the coin. He will coach you hard at times, but he will also be the first coach to pick you up when things go wrong. So he knows basketball pretty well. He's a great encourager. So it's been a great thing to play for him the past 3 years. Obviously, sadly, I didn't get to play for him this year, but I'm still a part of. I kind of consider myself a part of the coaching staff because I can't do much else. So I'm kind of part of that. So I get to see a lot more into what his side of coaching looks like.
Love it. Claude, you've got a new coach. He's not new to Arab, but David Hall for this season. What's one thing you're excited about working on with him as your coach?
I mean, he's the most enthusiastic person I've ever met.
Amen.
He's my history teacher this year.
He is.
And I've never seen him not happy.
No, when you're done, I love Coach Hall. Like
he is awesome.
He is amazing.
You asked to go to the bathroom. He's enthusiastic. He's
He's like,
yes.
Yes. My favorite thing he does is when y'all graduate, so when school's over, his countdown clock to the next.
Oh yeah. He starts a countdown like in March or April to the next year.
And I hope he's listening. Coach Hall, you deserve like Alabama State Teacher of the Year. Like, he is the guy that they need to make a move.
Teacher of the world.
He
Teacher
was
of the universe.
He was my American Lit teacher at Sneed. Like, he did a knot class. Yeah, at Sneed. And he was absolutely incredible. Just incredible.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
And he's fun. He was my offensive line coach.
Oh yeah.
Fun and funny. But yeah, sorry I went there. But yeah, go ahead, Tessa. You're killing it.
Lawson, you want a finance degree from Auburn and a possible ministry degree?
I love that.
Yeah.
So you're involved with Neal FCA. Very involved. Did your experiences from Neal FCA push you to possibly pursue that ministry degree, or was it something that you've always wanted to do from like a young age?
So I have never until these past few years thought about ministry. I've just thought, I'm just going to go have a normal job, obviously be involved in a church for sure, because that's something that I love to do. And my love for FCA and for working in kids' lives, those kids' camps, I mean, Claude has been there. It is just the most. You're always there's this analogy with a bucket where you're always pouring out your bucket onto these kids, and you're just pouring yourself out for them and for Jesus, and then at the same time you're being filled up by God by your service. And so that service, man, it's just kind of led me to a place where I think I could do that for the rest of my life.
Lawson, I think you could do that.
You get more patience from FCA camp with kids.
Oh,
Y'all had my
definitely.
son this last year, but he did basketball. But
Yeah, I was at football. And then as far as the finance degree goes, you know, with finance, you know, that's kind of a similar thing. I love people. I'm a people person. I just like to be around people and talk and hang out. And with finance, people think finance is about crunching numbers, and certainly it is. Certainly there's a lot of numbers involved, which I like numbers too. That's my thing too. But it's a whole lot of relationships. Getting to know people and getting people to trust you enough to handle their money. So it's definitely a really cool thing where you can have a ministry in like my finance degree, and I can also have a ministry that's actually a church or some sort of organization like that.
I love that.
Okay, there's one question on Claude's thing that I really want. I think we have props for it.
Oh, please.
Oh, here we go.
They're right behind you, Lawson, right there. He
The
needs
most
this.
interesting thing you can do is juggle.
Yes, and we want to see this.
I'd probably take my headphones off.
Yeah, you're going to have to. It's okay. Just talk loud. Steven's got you. How many can you do?
Just 3.
3. Here we go. Here goes. Steven, tell him where to stand.
All right, hold on 1 second. Stay right where you're at. Let me kind of widen this camera out.
Shit,
Let's
he's
see
giving
if-
you different. Here we go. What you want?
All right, we got you right there. So, your camera is that one pointed straight at you across the way there. Yeah, we can see you right there.
There it is. Yeah. Come on.
Wow.
Oh.
Beautiful.
He's working on a cruise ship, boys and girls.
Here we go. Going for the full trick
Can
here.
we light him? Can we light him on fire?
The terror.
I don't know. These are tougher.
Hey!
job.
Look at him. Come on.
Beautiful.
Come on. Claude. That was worth my day.
I learned how to do that on Christmas Day. I was bored, so
Bored?
Wait, like this Christmas?
like
You like
You learned
like
that this
2024?
Yes. Oh yeah.
You just got bored and learned how to juggle.
how do I?
It was a similar thing. Claude and I have grown up together, so I've known this guy a whole lot.
Claude broke his
and
headphones.
it's uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Christmas. Claude broke his headphones.
You can just twist it. Maybe. Okay. So technical difficulties, but as we grew up, you know, Claude would get on these kicks, and one time it was a frisbee.
What?
That joker learned every single possible way to throw a frisbee that there is, and
Wow.
he just gets bored, and then he learns something. It's pretty
I wish I had that. Get
kudos.
bored and learn
Kudos
something.
to you. Yeah.
Bored, and then he comes up with this crazy gift.
Yeah, he's like, I'm bored. I'm bored. Let me
You
learn
are-
how to speak Mandarin.
Hey, yeah, you're a living sermon illustration, Claude. Thank
Man.
you.
Oh man.
You know, so, you're fantastic. Lawson, you mentioned that the bonding and camaraderie are what you love most about your sports. Can you share a memory from a game or a practice that really highlights that team spirit?
So when we beat Gunnersville last year, that was my favorite
Football
game.
or basketball?
Football.
Okay.
My favorite football game of my entire career is when we beat Gunnersville last year. That was, I had a good game. But more than anything, it was a solid team win. Like for those seniors last year, it was so good for them to have that success against a team like Gunnersville, who went on to have a Final Four game and had a really great season last year. So that win, you know, seeing all the hard work, I got to see all the behind the scenes. Y'all from the outside got to see the win and how it looked on the game day. But when you see all the work that was put into it and all the time those seniors poured into that team and us juniors did as well, it means a whole lot. So that was probably my favorite experience ever.
Wow. Claude, it kind of the same way. You mentioned that what you love most about golf is being with your teammates. Can you share a moment from practice or competition where the team bond really stood out to you?
Oh yeah, I remember we had a practice at Chesley Oaks, and it was a really because we always go to Chesley Oaks on Monday, or we did, and it was freezing. Like we were having a terrible time. Everyone got finished like hitting and doing their routine, and then I was like, "Hey guys, do you think we could throw a ball up and just hit it with our golf club?" And then everyone was doing it. Like we would miss them
Love it.
pretty much every single time. But we just did that, and I don't know. That was just a great moment.
That's awesome. Tessa, you're killing it. So you.
So Lawson, you mentioned just Gunnersville playing against Gunnersville. This year in football, we were going for our third straight win against Gunnersville, and it came down to the final 3 seconds, and they beat us by a field goal.
Saw that replay. That was crazy.
It was being there. It was it was insane. What in those final 3 seconds? Were you on the field on those final 3 seconds?
Yes.
What might be a sore subject?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Sorry.
Too close.
Asking the hard question. Yeah.
What?
Dang, girl.
What was? Because I know what was going through my head in the student section. I was sitting there. I was like, we have to win this. What was going on in your head on the field, trying to block that field goal, trying to stop them?
You know, it really was what it was. The whole game. The whole game, my mission was to be as disruptive as possible, because they were. You know, the funny thing is, if y'all didn't know this already, Gunnersville's offensive coordinator is my girlfriend's dad.
I didn't know that.
He knows me very well, and so he sent
well.
He sent he sent two or three linemen to me every play, and so I knew that I wasn't going to have many chances to make plays. So when I did, I had to make the plays. Was one of my things for the game, and another was be as disruptive as you possibly can. And you know, when it came down to that last field goal, and even when they were going to spike it, I dove between the center's legs and about got beat to death by their center and guards because I was going for the ball. I did not want to lose that game so badly. But, you know, when it came down to it, that was looking back on all the close losses, the Scottsboro, the Boaz, the Gunnersville, all those close losses of games that we could have won. I realized that God had a plan for it all. He had a way that he was shaping me to lose in those games, even through the losses, even through the hard times. He was shaping me into a different and better person for the future.
Yeah. Wow.
Claude, you said your dream university is Alabama.
Roll Tide.
No. Is it because Camilla Jane goes to Alabama, or is it something that you always...
I've always wanted to go to
Wait.
Alabama.
That was the insider information I didn't have.
That's my sister.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Still insider information I didn't have.
No.
I've pretty much always wanted to go to Alabama since I was born. Roll Tide.
Yes.
Roll Tide.
And my mom and sister are Auburn fans, but my sister ended up going to Bama. My dad and I are Bama fans.
Wow.
Is there like a certain major there that you want to do, or is it just you just always wanted to go to Alabama?
Oh, well, they have a great business school. And I'm not really sure about it yet, but I mean, every time I go there, it just feels like home.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's how I feel about Auburn. So, War Eagle. I had to sink that one in there.
You had to get it there. You had to get it there. So, Lawson, quick, your favorite professional athlete is TJ Watt. What's one thing you admire most about him? And do you try to incorporate his playing style into your own game?
He has such a high motor. And for those NFL guys, you know, it's not that big of a deal to have a high motor, especially on the D-line, because you go a few plays and it's like, hey, coach, I need one, get me out. And for a guy like that who's making millions and millions and millions of dollars to still have a high motor and still care about his team and playing hard, you know, it's a really, really cool thing to see. So I want to incorporate that same motor for me, even on a high school level.
It's good. And so, Claude, you said that your dad personally inspires you. Can you share a story or a lesson from him that's had a big impact on your life, both on and off the course?
I don't know. Oh, this is a good one. It was before I had to leave from Montgomery to go present for FCLA, and I was 14, and I was just so stressed. There was so much I needed to do, so much I needed to work on and make it better. And my dad just talked to me and calmed me down about it, and I went back and I practiced it and I made it better, and then I was fine. And my mom also helped me with that a good bit too.
Awesome. Tessa?
Okay. So you're fluent in Spanish, Lawson.
See?
Yep. Yes.
And your favorite song is Baby Blue by George Strait.
Claro.
What?
Of course.
Speaking in
of course.
Spanish.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you ever sung Baby Blue fluently in Spanish all the way through?
Oh, no, I have not. But Oh goodness, translating it in my head would be tough. But no, I have not done that. Partially because
Until right now.
Yeah, I know right now.
goodness. I mean,
Now you know how to hit like me. I like it. Go ahead.
maybe I could, but it's one of those songs that like the original words are so pure that it's
Go ahead, Lawson.
No. It's the original words are so pure that it's like I don't want to change them over to Spanish
Yeah.
and ruin what George Strait had in mind for that song.
Why don't you sing what he had in mind?
Baby Azul.
Baby blue. So here we go. Okay. Claude, history is your favorite subject in school. Is there a specific historical figure, event that really fascinates you?
I don't know. I just love learning about history. It's just really, really cool. Let me think. Freshman year I had Coach Watson, and we learned about empires in the Middle East, and I don't know why it was just really cool. Like how just the society was so much different. I just thought it was really cool.
Wow.
Mine personally is the Industrial Revolution. I think about that on the daily, like literally the daily.
Just Coach Hall yells it in our face every single day.
The Industrial Revolution?
Yeah.
He doesn't yell it in our face.
Okay, well he definitely does in our class.
Pretty much the reason we have
man.
everything
Yeah.
in mass production.
I'm like, whoa.
Forrest Gump is your favorite movie, Lawson.
Yeah, yes.
If you had to live one day in Forrest's shoes,
Ooh.
what part of the journey would you want to experience?
That's a really tough question.
And it's
because
a really good one too.
Yeah,
you know it
there's
is. It's a great movie.
It is such a good movie. You know, there's so many. It could be.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah.
I ain't got no legs.
You ain't
Lieutenant
got no
Dan.
legs.
Got no legs. Life is like a box of chocolates.
How about meeting the president? I gotta go
you know,
pay.
I got to pay. Maybe literally the run across the United States.
Oh.
So I would just kept a running, you know, where he's just
Then I
running
stop.
and he's got, and then I stop. or when he's just mowing the grass. And
Okay, y'all can go now.
He's just mowing the grass and just all of his life is cool. That's a cool experience.
That is a funny movie.
It really
I mean,
is.
it is one of the greatest movies ever.
But it has such a deep meaning. Like he loses like everyone in his life.
Yeah.
and
He
then
does.
He also has so much success. And
But he's still a happy guy.
yeah, he's always a happy guy.
Claude, for any younger athlete, well, I'll wait. I want Tessa to go and I'll finish.
Claude, you said that you want to pursue college success and family. How do you plan on pursuing all of that in that order? Like that's such a specific order.
I mean, it wasn't in order, but in my opinion, marriage isn't something you should completely rush into.
Yeah.
I mean, if you things could change, but I don't really want to get married right out of high school
Yeah.
or early into college because you just have so much of your life ahead of
Yeah.
you.
So you want to be established before you even
Get your life together. Then
get your life together.
yeah.
Is there a certain? You already said that earlier. I'm just kidding. There's not a certain job that you want that you
Financial advisor because I'm
Financial?
a really, really big people person.
Both of you guys.
Y'all could just start a business.
Let's go.
Just start a financial
LC.
advisory business.
I like it.
LC.
I like it.
LCLLC.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. I have to get to Lawson's. Lawson, you like hunting, fishing, and things like that.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
I personally know your girlfriend,
Yes.
Caroline.
I do too. I like
She-
her.
Love
Me
her.
too.
She's such a sweetheart. Caroline, if you're watching, I miss you. We should hang out sometime. Do you take her hunting and fishing with you? Because she just
Listen.
doesn't seem like the girl to go hunting and fishing.
I have a pond in my backyard and we have fished.
Sounds
pretty
like the
good bit.
beginning of a speech.
But
I have a pond.
I have a pond in my backyard. But I've taken her fishing a pretty good bit there. But we've never been hunting together, and that's partially because it's hard to get out there for me anyways, especially with sports, winter sports and stuff. And then this year I can't put a gun in my shoulder right now. But
Yeah, that would
so
hurt.
yeah, it's not the best of situations. But I'd love to get her out there in a field, either dove hunting or deer hunting, or
Yeah.
even I couldn't get her in the duck swamp. I could not get her in 20-degree water like that.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
You know, that would be cool.
I
That'd be
hear
really
those
cool.
people every morning in my house. Anyway, people like you, Lawson.
Yeah.
So finally, Lawson, if you had the chance to speak to your future self 5 years from now, what would you say?
That's a really good question. Something like never lose sight of why you do it. Like never lose sight of your why for everything, because
It's good.
I think what you do is important, but the most important thing about anything that you do is why. Like why play golf? Why play high school sports? Why be involved in all these clubs? Well, ultimately, my why is to glorify God and to lead
So
others to Him.
good.
So,
So good.
I even when life gets crazy, like in 5 years, I'm going to be looking for a job, and life is going to be getting hectic. But I want to remember my why above all else.
It's good. Claude, for any younger athletes who look up to you, especially those interested in golf, what advice would you give them about balancing sports, school, and life in general?
Well, for all of it, I mean, you can't be a student athlete and not work hard. Like, I mean, if you're gonna excel in both school and your sport, then you have to be a hard worker. And a lot of student athletes will lean heavily on sports or maybe even academics and not focus on the other. But you have to split your time and make sure you're not just doing like barely any one or barely any other. You have to keep full effort on both, which is going to seem hard at times, but it's possible.
So good. Well, I have enjoyed this interview, and I have been very impressed by my co-host today, too. She's
Nice.
nailed it. Way to go.
Thank you.
And we're going to continue with the show. We got some fun videos. We got stuff on the side, on the internet, on the TV we want you to see. So come visit us, and we'll be back for freestyle soon. Steven?
I'm WAFF.
Here we go. So my man Steven's about to show some funny videos because I know he has them.
Yeah, let's do this. All right.
Do you want to get the boom, boom, boom first? So
Yes, I
y'all can
do.
get
I
the
found
full
it.
effect.
By the way,
The boom boom. Yes,
Here we
please.
go.
Here to.
You may see me in the background jumping up and down or something.
It's probably Claude. Now I'll know who that crazy kid is.
Yeah.
There's Claude again.
Oh, it's not showing up.
oh no! Hold on, let me fix it.
There he
There we go.
is.
Now let's see.
Oh my god.
You got a little bit of it.
It's crazy. Wow.
And that's nothing new for us football players. He's been doing that since my freshman year.
88.5 JFN is WJ.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. At least one game per
That's-
season, he's doing that in the locker room.
That's absolutely incredible.
He's
How does that not hurt? I guess it does.
he had a huge red mark on his head afterwards.
oh, yeah.
Adrenaline.
He's
I've also-
got it.
I've also caught him in the field house with a massage gun, massaging his head.
Oh, really?
Before he goes out there, I'll massage his head and get it ready. I'm serious.
I don't know if that's a good idea. Like,
None of it is a good idea. It's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
CTE.
So Lawson, would you try that?
Absolutely not. I mean, I have before.
One time?
Yeah, like I'll just like in the locker
Is
room.
that
I'll
like
just-
induction? Like we're gonna.
No, yeah. In order to be a starter, you have
If
to.
you
take
want to
it.
start, you have to do it 3 times. You said.
That was it. Nah.
You know what else is not a good idea? This right here. This is not a very good idea.
This is amazing. I found this the other day. I thought it was hilarious. The police officers.
Didn't even dare.
There they are. He keeps going. Wow. That was amazing. You're welcome. You're welcome.
This does look like a good idea,
Yeah,
however. This,
yeah.
this right here, this looks like fun.
That's cool.
That reminds me of Pippi Longstocking.
Except for her laugh. I'm not all. There it is. It's intense.
Wow.
Man. Wow. Yeah, her hair is intense. Now that's fun. So shake it. Yeah, there it is.
Holy moly.
Wow.
It's like an afro.
I wish I had hair like that.
Static electric.
Grow it out, Lawson. I think you could do
All
it.
the bald people said, I'd just be happy with hair. Anyway. Yeah, Stephen, go ahead.
All right, so in football, okay, so you've got regular grass, you've got turf, right? In baseball, you've got regular grass, you've got turf. How about basketball? Are there any other alternatives
turf would
to
not
a
be
basketball
fun.
court? Yeah, turf would be great on basketball.
That'd be
Tackle
awful.
somebody.
Y'all want to see? Do you know of anything?
Oh, there's like the puzzle piece floors is what we call them.
Okay, I got you.
Where like y'all know the old gym
Old
at
gym
the,
at the junior.
Yeah.
at the junior high,
Yeah.
but you might have remember. You might remember. Where
My
it's-
little girl practices
I feel like you're
basketball in
calling
there.
me an old guy.
No, no, no. Just
Well,
when
we
they-
used to be in the old gym.
Oh goodness, they interlock and they slide around.
Yeah.
These pieces.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right too when you're trying to bounce a basketball. It
Like-
doesn't feel like a court.
It's kind of dead.
Yeah.
You bounce it.
So, is there another surface that would be good for that? What do you think about glass?
I was going to say
Oh,
concrete.
goodness.
But
What would you think about glass?
I don't know about glass.
You don't?
I think you'd have
Is
to
there-
replace it after every game.
You think so? Because it would like chip and.
The
and-
Yeah.
all
smudges
the
would be
time.
disgusting.
Okay, yeah, and it would just look bad.
I got you. Well, I came across a story about this. Take a look.
Individual panels pieced together. The court itself is made up of more than 200 individual panels pieced together in this way with player safety in mind. You see the filling between each panel. That's silicone designed to put a little bit of cushion in between the glass. You see the tiny microscopic dots. That's designed to be slip resistant and give the players a little bit more traction on the court.
They're questioning, like, how am I going to be jumping on glass?
Ow.
Is it going to break? That's the first kind of question we get. But glass is actually a harder surface than wood. FIBA has approved this as a certified playing surface. It is safe. No player has ever gotten hurt on this floor.
Yes, this court is going to look awesome for the fans up top in the nosebleeds. It's going to be fun for the players to interact with during the event, but it can also be beneficial for the people sitting here in these seats, the coaching staff.
The coaches are going to have tools where they can help tell the players where they need to be on the court. They can do their X's and O's on an iPad, which automatically shows up on the floor, almost like a giant whiteboard.
Scout your teams,
Wow.
run plays based on what your
see it.
teams are playing. You can run skills, different skill sets. The coach can basically take an iPad and draw everything on the court. Those are things that make a big difference in terms of how players play and how players learn and how players are taught.
It can also look like a normal court if that's what you want. If you want it to look like old-fashioned hardwood, it can do that, but it won't act like it. It won't sound exactly like it. No dead spots ever on this court. With a lifespan of 70 years, it's never
Good
going
night.
to age. It's all glass all the time.
Once you set it up, it's fairly low maintenance. So you literally just wash over it, you sweep over it, and it's done. The characteristics of glass don't change. Where in wood, you kind of start getting a little bit, things change.
In elite athletes, it only takes them very quickly to adjust to a new playing surface, and they come away feeling like, wow, feels just like wood, and it's cooler. You're going to see some cool things at Big Blue Madness where we're leaning
wow.
into the creative culture and the creative community from the university. You're going to see some artists unveil some artwork.
This is BBN
So there you go.
Wow.
You guys ready for some freestyle?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
The Varsity Freestyle.
That sound lets you know that it's your chance to win a 5-person all-day pass to B&B video games. All you got to do is answer 3 questions. And don't get worried. Don't be afraid. We're like phone a friend. We have the questions and the answers. And we want you to win. All you got to do is call in. The first question is, what is the only bird that can fly backwards? What is the only bird that can fly backwards? It's
Want
very
to win?
small.
Call us now at 256-505-0885.
There it is. Quiet. That's a tiny little birds.
Tiny little birds.
We see them here all the time.
Of course. People put out feeders all the time.
Yes.
So what do we think about the glass surface basketball
I think
court?
that's
I feel like it would hurt to fall on that.
It
You
looked
think so?
more like plexiglass.
Yeah.
Like not like actual,
Yeah, yeah.
like glass.
Right.
I would not mind playing on that.
But they say, can you scratch it though? Like they say it doesn't change.
The part of like the holes, like it was just like it's glass with like a bunch of holes in it. So I think if you scratched it, it wouldn't
Matter.
really show up.
Yeah.
I think the main reason they got it is because you can put like stuff on it and stuff like that.
Graphics and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. My little girl, though, she practices in the old gym at the junior high, and that place is just rough.
Ancient of days.
It is.
All right.
rough.
Ancient of days.
Here we go. Let's see who this is. Varsity Radio Show, hello.
What's the answer, Malachi?
Oh. All right, hold on 1 second. We're going to bring you live. Now, we're talking to Malachi, right?
Yes.
Malachi and Mom?
Nana.
Oh,
Anna.
Aunt? You said Aunt?
I'm a Nana.
Oh, and
N-O-N-N-A.
Nana. Oh, Malachi and Nana. Okay, cool. Hold on 1 second. We'll bring you live.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're back here with Malachi. What's up, my man?
What's up, Malachi?
Hello?
Yeah? We're ready.
We got Nana and Malachi. So what is the only bird that can fly backwards?
Let's say it's one.
Ooh.
It's a good
That's a good guess.
yes.
But we're looking for something a little smaller. Can you
Very
think of a
very
very small bird.
They hang out here in Alabama. Yes, yes, Malachi, you got it, buddy.
Let's go.
Woo. Question number 2: what is the main ingredient in guacamole? It's green.
Avocado.
Yes! Wow, man,
Yes.
look at you. And hey, we're going to space. So which planet has over 145 known moons?
Jupiter.
Close.
Oh.
Close.
Saturn.
Yes!
Good.
Malachi, you nailed it, man.
Yes.
You are fun. Thank you for calling in.
You're welcome.
Hey, I'm going to shoot you over to our producer, but you have made our day. Thanks for calling, man.
Okay.
Sweet kid. That was great.
That was so sweet.
I totally thought it was Jupiter. I really
Yeah, I mean-
did.
It would have been close. I think Jupiter has less, but the reason I believe the moons, so many moons are what make up that circle.
The ring.
Yeah, the ring.
Do you remember when, I don't know if you knew it was me, but I called in when you had Dawson Donahue and Jack Bishop on the show?
I probably didn't remember. Sorry.
But
Yeah, the golf
yeah.
people. Yeah. Yeah. It's good to see you in person.
Good to see you.
Oh, Claude called in.
Claude.
Oh, yeah.
How did you get your name? Jean-Claude Van Damme or?
My great-grandfather's name was Claud.
Oh, no, that's
Burke.
cool. That's cool. That's cool. I'm going to see if he'll let us play this one video. Some videos we can play, some we can't. Steven, can we do the Napoleon one?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. We're offline, aren't we?
We're on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay.
We're on YouTube. Well, we're not
That's
on
okay.
air.
Not on. Okay.
Yeah.
Not on the air.
Okay. let's see.
Here.
Holy
I saw this the other day, and it took me to a good place. And you guys, I just feel like you'll appreciate it.
Your
So,
yearbook photo caption reads, unidentified sophomore. Number 9.
signs you're not the most
Your
popular
only
guy.
friend is the one you built in shop class. Number 8. School song includes phrase about how much you suck. Number 7. Every time you talk to a girl, the conversation inevitably drifts to your frequent nosebleeds. Number 6. The stupid kid who gets his tater tots stolen every day, he steals your tater tots. Tater tots rule. Yeah, that's right. Number 5. Everyone's jealous of your tetherball skills. I mean, my tetherball skills.
Number 4.
Not only did you take your mom to the prom, you had to pay her $20.
Signs you're not the most popular guy in your high school. Number 3.
You can't dance like this.
That's right.
Lawson, work on
Number
that.
2. Lord of the Rings figurines, 50. Friends, 0. Lord of the Rings rules.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And the number 1 sign you're not the most popular guy in your high school.
How the heck would I know? I'm like the coolest kid in school. Gosh.
Do you guys appreciate that, or is that just
Oh, I love Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah.
Tessa? No, she doesn't like it.
I mean, I like it. It's not my favorite.
Okay.
It's not something that I'm gonna watch.
All right. All right. Wait. Nacho Libre?
Never watched it.
Whoa.
What is this, Tessa?
Hello?
You're my people here.
Am I?
Never watched
Go
it.
home and watch it.
I love Nacho Libre.
Nacho. Me too, yeah.
Nacho!
He said you're a lie, Steven.
I like
They
when
give
he
me no eagle
flies
powers.
and he's got, like, both arms out.
Did you tell him they would be Lord's
Yeah, did you
chips?
tell them they're Lord's chips? I think it's better than Napoleon.
Diarrhea since the Easter.
Yeah, this is the Easter.
So it sounds to me like you became fluent in Spanish to understand Nacho Libre.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, that's the main purpose.
Absolutely. Yes. Tessa, your homework is to watch Nacho Libre.
Mm-hmm.
You'll enjoy it.
I'll try.
Great movie.
If you don't, you're
Shit,
banned.
I
from the show.
don't try. Yeah, don't
Yeah,
try.
don't let it back on.
Do.
Do or do
Any-
not.
Yes.
There's no try.
There is no try. Thank you, Yoda. I like that. What's it? Ripping the chainsaw, I think, or what is that?
Clutch the pearls.
Clutch the pearls. Clutch the pearls.
I thought that-
Steven!
Yeah.
No, go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I thought that was what you were talking about when you said ripping the chainsaw. Was
yeah,
it like
was.
all the 90s slang?
I couldn't remember the
It was
word.
Clutch the pearls
Clutch
was
the
the one.
pearl. Yeah, we watched a documentary when Lawson was here.
Yeah.
90 slang.
Oh,
And I'd
my
never
goodness.
heard any of that.
I know. It was just random stuff.
Yeah.
Like clutch the pearls. I've never even heard of that.
Steven, do you have any rock star?
I do have some rock star, but we got 25 seconds
Oh,
till
okay.
Greg.
Greg's here. Greg's
So
here.
we got Greg
Greg.
hanging out with us on the phone.
All
Hey,
right.
Greg.
Gregory.
Hey.
All right, we're gonna bring you up now. He's getting ready to call a game, so he's at a
Nice.
tournament. So yeah, we'll bring him up here in about 10 seconds. All right, hold on, Greg.
All right.
Thanks.
Now, sports analyst Greg Glasscock.
Greg, what's up, my friend?
What's going on, guys?
Got a good time going on up here in the studio. I got some Arab knots with me. Me and Greg actually spent some time during the Christmas break together, Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Sure did.
I feel like we saw each other twice, actually.
Yeah, we saw each other at a big downtown event and then the big open house ceremonies for the new high school.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
ran into you there, which I think everybody in Gunnersville was probably at that.
Yeah, it looked like it. But I got to hang out with Greg Glasscock, so it was a good day. But Greg, tell us what's going on in the wonderful world of Marshall County sports.
Well, guys, the big news this week, I just arrived to the gym. The Marshall County tournament's going on, which is always a huge event. It actually started for all divisions yesterday. And yesterday, Albertville's boys were very dominant in their win. And today, Gunnersville plays Asbury in just a few minutes. And then later on tonight in the boys division, Boaz will play Douglas. And Arab was also a winner last night in the boys divisions, already in the semifinals, except for the boys, where Thursday night Albertville will play Arab, and then Friday night the winner of Gunnersville and Asbury will play the winner of Douglas and Boaz, and then all the finals for every division will be Saturday here at Strait State. So always a fun time, always something that not only the teams, but all the fans and communities always look forward to.
Wow. A lot going on.
Yeah, there is. And, after the county tournament this week, it's hard to believe, but there's only going to be like 2 weeks left in the basketball regular season, and postseason starts in early February. So, just like I say about football, I'll say about basketball, once it starts, it goes by quick.
Yeah, it does. Well,
no doubt about it.
Well, Greg, you get to have all the fun, so...
Well, I don't know about that, but I do enjoy it. There's no doubt about it. But,
well, Greg,
it is a lot of fun.
I'm so glad you called in. I guess next week we'll have definite results on who won the tournament.
Yeah, next week I'll bring who won on the different divisions and then talk a little bit about the way the postseason's shaping up to be.
I'll be interested to hear that. Thanks for calling in, Greg. You're the man.
Sure thing. Y'all have a good one. I'll talk to you next week.
Talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Down it goes again.
Lawson broke our mic.
I did not break.
Claude broke our headphones.
Okay.
Tessa, you're the only person who hasn't broke something.
Because I don't touch things.
You actually brought something. That's
yeah.
And it's not broke. Just
I was
saying.
asked to touch something because I had to take my headphones off.
I'm just messing with y'all. Beautiful. Anyway.
It'll work.
One of Hensley Elrod, one of our family friends, she learned the entire Napoleon Dynamite dance.
No.
Yes.
That doesn't surprise me.
That's something I would enjoy to learn, seriously. Like, I would love to learn that and impress my youth group with it. Just like straight up just do it one night.
It's a lot. I think it's a long dance, but
yeah.
Lawson, you gonna learn it with me?
I can't say that I will.
I will.
I don't know.
Thanks,
I
Claude.
I got you.
Thanks, Claude.
I
need
feel
a
like
Claude
already
in my
knows
life.
half of
That's
it.
what I need.
Yeah, Claude probably knows a lot of it.
I need a spirit squad. I hereby initiate y'all to form a varsity radio show spirit squad.
I'm all about it. Let's go.
Team spirit. Steven!
What you
Make
got?
us laugh.
All right, let's do it. Let's see what we got over here. I got some more videos. You said you wanted to hear some Rockstar?
Yes, please.
All right, let's
This
do
is
that
my
now.
favorite.
Is that the animals?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You enjoy it, you know.
Yeah. I've seen this all life.
Come on.
Nope.
It's time for Bob.
No.
Yes, it is. Come on.
Nope.
Come on.
Why? I smell good.
Come on.
I ain't take a bath with no tub.
You're going to have a bath.
With what tub?
You know why you're going to have a bath?
Why?
Because you rode in a dead fish. And now you stink. Okay?
Why? No.
Come on. In the bath.
That's not even a bath.
In the bath.
That's where you be farting and saying that.
In the bath, please. In the bath. Hey, excuse me.
Plus, you got right.
I'm telling you.
Right now. Goodbye. Thank you for calling.
I wish you had. It sticks in my head all the time, Steven, the dog that bounces his head. And
Oh,
sings.
yeah.
I wish you had that one on pull. That thing, every time you play it, I can't get it out of my head. He wrote a song about this dog bouncing his head, and then he did my favorite, the emu thing.
Oh, yeah.
What is it, man?
Yeah, man. Manuel.
Uh-huh. Y'all got a Rockstar's the best. But anyway.
All over TikTok. Yep.
Yeah. So
I don't know how much longer TikTok's going to be around, though.
a week.
You think?
Do you think
The
Trump-
19th.
Do you think they'll
is what
try
it-
and extend it and keep giving them more grace, or what?
I don't know.
I think he's trying.
Well, you notice that it's like sunsetting. It's getting out here on the 19th, just the day before the
day before.
inauguration. So.
Are they going to have the inauguration on the 20th since it's MLK?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're gonna go ahead and do it.
Yes, it is. It is always January the 20th. Yeah.
All right, magic tricks. Do any of y'all know any magic tricks?
Oh, I can do one.
I know how to make my food disappear.
I can do it.
I've got one with cards.
Get in my belly.
All right, one with cards.
Get in my
So
belly.
good.
Do y'all have cards?
You're
Oh,
coming
we-
back.
We don't have any cards
Oh,
in here in the studio.
He was going to
Sorry.
show us.
He
I
was.
do know. I showed y'all last time, I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But if y'all have cards, I could show you.
You blew my mind.
What
I
about with a
remember
sheet
that.
of paper? Can you do any tricks with a sheet of paper?
I actually
can
can't.
wad it up in a ball.
All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to study this, and I want you to see if maybe you can figure how he did this out.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
My gosh. Dude. Witchcraft. Oh my.
I have no idea how I
Right?
did that.
I have no idea.
I don't know what I just watched.
I thought it was pretty
Wow.
cool.
Black
I
magic.
just- maybe that's a fan right there by his computer.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know if it'd say that still though.
That's true.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I thought there was a string attached to his fingers,
I
but
did
then he
too.
like
Maybe
pulled
he
him
has
away.
telekinesis.
There you go.
Maybe he's like actually has a superpower.
Claude, you got it.
I mean,
That's the logical answer.
He's the next
simplest
Batman.
answer is always the right one.
Telekinesis, the logical answer.
I mean, what else?
What else would it be?
What
that
else
was
could
the
it be?
logical answer.
What's the earliest computer that you can remember? The earliest, the oldest computer
I
that
don't
you've
want to
ever.
tell you. Screen green letters, Steven.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That I've ever messed with.
With
you
a
said?
floppy disk.
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the one he used. That's probably the oldest one I've seen.
Probably that one.
Probably an old IBM for you guys. Well,
That was me.
I
IBM
remember. Go ahead.
Wasn't IBM in like the 1920s too?
It was in our classroom.
It was like created really, really early.
Right.
We learned about it in history.
They didn't do computers until later on. I think it was like 40s that they started.
1911 is when IBM was founded as a
Yeah.
computing, tabulating, recording company,
Yeah.
CTR. Yeah. So it got its start way back then. But there is another company called Commodore. You ever heard of Commodore before?
Heard of the Commodores.
The Commodores? Well, here's a little. This I remember. I had a Commodore, so this is really taking us back. Take a look at this one. Now,
I
this is-
remember floppy disks.
This is how you
Holy
played video
moly.
games back in the day.
I did not. Beautiful graphic.
Right?
Poor guy.
And for the time the Commodore was around, that was like cutting edge.
You can hear the people saying, "Look at these graphics. It's so real."
Right? Yeah, so I just wanted to show you in case you've never seen a Commodore before.
You're
That-
welcome.
That noise of the key gives me PTSD from like in at the primary school they had these super old what do you call it? The things
Typewriters?
keyboard, yeah.
Keyboards?
Super old keyboards, and they would make like you could push them down like that far, and
Yeah.
they would make the most distinct sound.
Wow.
Oh,
That
in the
sound.
computer lab?
Yeah, and they would take like a minute to boot up.
Yeah. Where we play Prodigy.
Oh my god.
Man, Prodigy.
Prodigy.
I still play that game.
Really?
Actually,
I played it in Mr. Duncan's class today. I played the English version.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
That's
Now,
some
I didn't
commitment
even
right
know-
there.
Huh?
That's some commitment.
I mean, it's the only game that's not blocked.
I didn't
That's
even know
true.
there was an English version of
The only
Prodigy.
game not blocked.
And they blocked-
Yes.
and they blocked ChatGPT.
Don't
No.
don't tell
No, they
them they're
didn't.
gonna take
No,
it
it's
away.
back.
Mr. Duncan
Mr.
blocked.
Duncan did.
He blocks it for 2 periods.
Yeah.
So like if you have AP prep next like the period after you have him, you can't get on ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So me and Seth can take you back to some older games. There's one that me and him played. I bet you've never played. The Oregon Trail.
Oh,
Yes!
I played it
We
once.
played the
That
Oregon
is
Trail.
an amazing game that I still would love to
It's
play.
I
just-
played the Oregon Trail.
We
you
played
have
it-
died of
just pain.
dysentery.
You walk
What a way to
play it
die.
and you're like, oh,
You have
I guess there's
died
another way to die.
of dysentery.
What,
Bad day.
what was
You
your
got-
go-to pick? The banker or?
I like the banker.
I like the
'cause
banker too.
He got money.
The money to start out was great.
Yes, but you need it or else you're gonna starve and die. I mean,
That's true.
you've lost.
You'll
all
just
your
be playing and
children
then like
your whole
you
life.
got trampled by a
So
buffalo. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I found this.
This will take us back a few more years.
I love this. He did this for his daughters.
That's awesome.
The secret room is done, and to show you the secret room, you need this special membership card. Now, the room is behind here, right over here. You gotta pull that doorknob right there. Uh-oh! What happened here? Movies make the impossible real. Watch. Ready?
What?
Something from Daddy's childhood.
That gives me straight up nostalgia feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only like one blockbuster left in the world.
Is there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Who knew? Tessa.
Even Redbox went out of business.
Yeah.
recently.
Oh, I loved Redbox.
I
We would
saw
go.
that coming though.
The amount
I saw
of
that
Redbox
coming.
movies that we have at my house,
man.
we just forget to return. Like, you just forget to
Doesn't
return.
matter. They don't
Just keep 'em.
exist anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? They do exist as a streaming company. now.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you can stream movies from them.
I didn't know that.
They started doing that before they went out of those
Oh, okay.
kiosks. Yeah.
I remember it was like a.
There's one at CVS and Arab.
Yeah,
and Walmart.
And Walmart. I mean,
outrageous.
we would just go to Walmart.
Your mom would have to drag you past it. Be like, "Can we rent a movie?"
Yeah.
Just
Always.
drag
She'd
you
be
past
like,
it.
she'd grab him by
She'd
the
be
arm.
like, "No."
All right, we're gonna end the show now. I know y'all are sad.
Yeah, I'm devastated. I'm gonna go cry.
I do it. I do every Tuesday, because I get to be with cool people like you. And
I think
just
you're
don't.
pretty cool,
I don't
too.
want it to end. It's great. So Tessa, you're when I say the show's gonna end, you're gonna tell them where to find us on Facebook.
Okay.
And it's right there. Yeah, you've done this. Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter, not Tik.
So I say,
It's Twitter or X. That's
so
the
I
one
say
you're gonna do.
TikTok or Twitter X.
No, you're
No,
just
no.
gonna do X. I didn't
Okay.
mean Tik. Steven's gonna do TikTok for the next week.
It's like
and
you
then
can-
you two.
It's like you can.
And I'll do the podcast. Yeah.
Cool. All you
That's where
need
we
to say,
stand. That's where we
Claude,
stand.
is you can find us on X at Varsity Radio Show.
Yeah.
At Varsity Radio 885.
You
Yes.
read the handle.
That's all you need to say.
And then he's got TikTok, or do you want me to do it?
I've
Steven's got
TikTok and
TikTok.
YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, for a week. We
Did
got
y'all
it for a
go
week.
to Sand Mountain Skate over the
I
Christmas break?
did. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I actually could not skate.
Really?
Oh.
Like no
Have you
ice skating,
tried?
no roller skating either?
I
For you?
couldn't walk.
What?
Now or ever.
I was in a hip brace.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
It's still there though, isn't it,
Oh.
Steven?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how long they're going to keep it.
I think it's till like end of February.
It's a lot of
lot
fun.
of
Beginning
fun.
February.
Oh, really? I need to go skate before my
I
next
did.
surgery.
This time I fell though, Steven. This is the first time.
Ooh.
I've done it twice, and this time I fell and I laid on the ground and I questioned life decisions.
Well, here we go with the buzzer beater.
Whether I wanted to get up.
The buzzer beater.
Hey, that's the sound that you hear when you start crying because the show's coming to an end. And, you know, we got you. We understand. I just told the guys in the studio, I don't want to leave y'all. You're amazing.
I can't quit you.
I can't. But here we go. Through our tears. When we're not here, we're still many places. You can find us.
You can find us on Facebook at Varsity Radio Show.
On Instagram at Varsity Radio Show.
On X at Varsity Radio 885.
Also on TikTok at Varsity Radio Show and YouTube at Varsity Radio Show 885.
And on podcasts everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Pocket Cast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Horizon Communications Channel 182. We're so glad you're here. Hey, we want to tell you about the fuel of the Varsity. It's Marco's Pizza. Pizza, salads, desserts, subs, sides, and beverages at the shops of Albertville and the Albertville Mullet B&B video games. Video game retail store in the front, 80s style arcade in the back. You can play all day. That's B&B Video Games. Hey, we want you to come back to us next week. Same varsity time, same varsity place. 88.5 JFM from 2:30 to 4:30. We hope we get to have you with us. See you then.